Welcome back, people, for this very damp Wednesday morning. Well, I'm going to start today with some news from home. It's inevitable that I'm going to get on to what's happening out in Eastern Europe. I was still stiff on that side with that bloody jab yesterday. But it's getting harder to discern what's going on out there. I mean, that lot, there's over 30 pages of notes there. And that's just from the last 24 hours. Most of which I won't use because I can't confirm any of it. But anyway, let's get on. I've got to stop lifting that arm. Some news from home. Now, we've got the world descending in chaos around us. The cost of living is just now getting unmanageable for most people. People are just existing. They're not even surviving. They're just existing. And then what do we hear from the corrupt arseholes? They're going to award themselves another $2,000 plus pay rise to cope with the cost of living. Like you have a problem with the cost of living anyway. You're just horrible people. Horrible people. You are going to get such a big backlash over this. Or is it just a one-off payment so you can all pay your Partygate fines? We pay your fines. We pay you to have bloody parties. Yeah. And then we've got Priti Patel. Oh, God, the treasonous bitch. She wants to relax a lot of the regulations and what have you on the borders to allow the Ukrainian refugees to come through. Now, bear in mind, these are obviously refugees that are fleeing war, unlike most of the other ones that we've been getting in, that she couldn't stop travelling 22 miles by their thousands. And now you want to relax the border control? Has there ever been any? Not from what I've seen over the last few years. If you can do half as good a job with these Ukrainian refugees as you've done bringing them over, you'd have done bloody well. Absolutely. You are typical of what is wrong with the government in this country today. And you're saying that you're worried about the enemy. I presume by that you mean Russians, infiltrating the refugees. Well, you dumb bitch. We've been telling you this has been happening for bloody years. You don't know what's been coming across the channel. They'll tell you anything. As long as they get that benefit check and a roof over their head and a couple of hots in a cot for the day, yeah, they're happy. So you unbelievable, coming out with statements like that. Now, there's a lot of readings that were supposed to be going through the House in various bills and acts and all sorts of things, in the Lords as well as the Commons. But it looks like a lot of them have been put on hold. They're just either talking absolute bollocks on there at the moment, or it's all about Ukraine and Russia. But it has been suggested, let's do away with the green agenda for now. And I totally agree. It will give us a bit of breathing space. It will give us more of a chance to stand on our own when it comes to fuels, at least for the time being. Because I've always said the infrastructure and everything isn't there to implement what they want in the time scale that they're suggesting. It just ain't going to happen. Normal people can see it. They're supposed to be educated, allegedly. Well, I suppose we've got to get there eventually, but now let's see what's happening about the war that they're calling it now. It is a war, apparently. It's not a little spat between two countries, it's a war. And I say, we report on it, but we can't. Literally. We can't do it because there is so much bullshit coming from each side. The BBC you take no notice of because they'll just escalate shit and they're going round in circles. But, and you know, they're proud of themselves. They're using satellite pictures. Okay, they put up a satellite picture of hundreds and hundreds of trucks in a allegedly 40-mile convoy. We haven't seen a full shot of the convoy yet, so that can't even be confirmed. And these are all allegedly Russian trucks heading towards Kyiv and other cities. But look at that picture closely. Hundreds and hundreds of trucks. Most of them are parked up, but there's no personnel. Surely if they were on the way, they'd be out stretching their legs, having a smoke, having a brew, before they get back in the trucks for the next stop. But there's none. There is no personnel walking around in any of those shots, either on the road or in the fields by the side of them. I find that very strange. But it takes it away from a bit. The old pocket tyrant over in Canada there, Dictator Trudeau, has come out and said Canada will do its bit for the sanctions. We will ban imports on Russian oil. Well, from what I've seen and what I've looked at, you don't import any Russian oil, you knob. Yeah, we're going to ban something we don't get. I can't verify that, but looking at what I've researched into it, as far as I know, Canada doesn't import any Russian oil. But then we've got the other little story connected to this, that Zelensky, the president of the Ukraine, actually did the voiceover for Paddington Bear the movie in the version that was released out there. And it went down like a storm, apparently. But hey-ho, that's just something else connected to it. You know, I like to throw the odd ball in there. But I don't think anything good's going to become of this, no matter who wins, who loses. It's turned into a big standoff again now between West and East, just like the Cold War was. You've got Biden there poking and provoking the situation. He's actually, not in so many words, but he's saying he would like to escalate it. You got Boris shitting himself at every question because he's saying, no, we can't get directly involved. Well, you are directly involved because you've already given them arms. I'd class that as being directly involved. You're arming someone else's army. You're involved in their war. At least that's what you told the Russians in Afghanistan and that, wasn't it? Bloody hypocrites. But this is not going to be a war of weapons at the end of the day. Well, it will be, but it's who's got the morals or lack of them to escalate to big weapons. It's going to come down to morals. Are you prepared to do that to the rest of the world, or aren't you? That's what I think. And no matter what, I think this is the battles may not go on for years, but the repercussions of this will. Because the West will never trust the East anymore, and the East will never trust the West. So it will be them and us. Remember, in the film, 1984, the last continental battles. There you go. Anyway, people, I've just noticed the timer. I'll leave it there for now. And as always, thank you very much for your support. My respect to each and every one of you. And until we meet again and I find some more of this bullshit to pick holes at, stay safe. Stay strong. Stay absolutely free. I'm gone.